Stand by. We're going to do that again. Hold on. Because we need to clear up some space, they said. Stand
Okay,
by.
but it says we're live.
It just won't be recorded.
Oh.
So shall we do it again? Or
Yeah, let's do it again.
all right, so we're going to need to end this one.
Can you come back in?
Let me see
It
something.
says it's not recording.
Oh, it's recording. It's not going to be recorded. Let me go in here and do something else real quick. Stand by. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place to be for tips, tools, and strategies. Everything that you need to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. So today is Tuesday. You know what that means. Every Tuesday, the digital diva herself is in the house to bring us everything that we need to help our social media and marketing game. And today is no exception. So we're going to be learning the social media
Mistakes to
Oh boy.
avoid
There we go.
2022. We
So,
got it. We got it, y'all.
welcome, welcome, welcome. And without further ado, here's TJ, Terry Johnson online, the digital diva from New York City. Let's get this party started.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a new week, a new chat where we talk about marketing strategies, brand strategies, social media, marketing, all of that good stuff. So today we need to talk about social media's mistakes to avoid. And I put for 2022 because remember, things online change with social media marketing, with branding. Everything's changing because we're in a new world because of that thing with the P word. I'm not going to say, but what we did before 2020 is kind of you need to change. It needs to be fresh. Platforms change. We've been talking about that a while, that Facebook was a place to be. Now it's not. Instagram was the place to be. It kind of is, but depends on your target audience and their age generation. And everybody knows that TikTok is the hot place on the block. There's news, and matter of fact, there's news today about TikTok. And I was listening while I'm getting ready. It was something about that the engineers in China could hear they had access to some of our data or something. So there's something going on with that. And they mentioned the T word. You know that guy who tried to ban TikTok. So now we need to keep an eye on it. But in the meantime, they're still using TikTok. I don't know how they're gonna pry it out of people's hands. Even if, it's being listened to or data is being gathered over there, because the data servers are supposed to be here. I believe they sent in Texas, somewhere where the data centers are. So there's some talk about TikTok, but it's still the hot spot. It's not too late. We've been talking about it for 2 years, I think. We've been talking about TikTok before the pandemic. We've been talking about it being the place to be. So you need to be there. Hurry up, get there. Get your spot, hold your place, get your brand name. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about the things you need to avoid doing this year as a business owner. We're not talking about, what influencers do and creators and all that stuff. We're talking about business owners, things that you need to have in plan, because marketing your business on social media is the least, well, it's not cheap. Well, let me say, it's not free. Some things are free, but it's the best place to put your money. As far as, I'm not going to run a newspaper ad, I'm not going to run a radio ad, a TV ad. Those things are expensive. So you can get in front of the most people with a little bit of money with social media. So that's why everybody uses it. But there's some things to remember. So let's look. So the first mistake is one size doesn't fit all with social media. Remember that. It's and I had this discussion on LinkedIn. I spent some time on LinkedIn, surprise this weekend, and I got into some good conversations over there. So one of the posts was like, saying that I think they were working with a client or something, and about them wanting to do one video and then post it everywhere, like a Instagram reel, a TikTok video, a YouTube short, and the person was saying you can't do that. And they were saying, I understand you want to save time or money by doing one video, but you can't. It was really about learning the language of the different platforms. Facebook is community is different from the Instagram community, is different from the TikTok community, is different from the LinkedIn community. So that's what I mean about the one size fit all. I know it seems like a lot of work. Well, I got to do a post for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. No, you don't. No, you don't. And this goes into another mistake of everybody's your customer, everybody's your audience. No, pick your target audience. Make sure that you know who they are, and it can be niche down. It doesn't have to be everybody from 18 to 80. Because see, once you whittle that down, as I'm talking to women between the ages of 35 to 45 who've gone to college, or they have a master's degree, or they have this income and they have 2 children and they live here. And when you niche it down like that, it makes it easier to craft a message, find out where they're hanging, and talk to them. Because you don't want to talk to grandmothers who are 80. That's not your market.
Nope.
So you got to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
Dr. Tachi says exactly. And then the Facebook, the nameless Facebook user, I think this is Mark Ward.
That's in the group, yeah.
Yes.
That's how they mark.
He said, I am equally unappreciated on all social media platforms. Yeah, this is you're hitting it spot on, TJ. About being in all of the places. Yes, like we keep telling you, get your real estate everywhere, but then you play to your audience. Then it goes back to knowing who your audience is. That's the
right.
And you mentioned something, the W word, work. It's hard work. Wait a minute. We're supposed to work in our business. I mean, if we can just wrap our mind around the fact that you're supposed to do some work.
Right.
And this is part of the work that you're supposed to do. It doesn't necessarily need to be very tedious and hard, because if you have a plan, you're going to be okay. But you still have to put in the work.
And I found this someone made this quote online. I thought this was good. Different channels attract different consumers with different interests. Trying to appeal to all of them with only one type of content is a recipe for failure. But that's what a lot of people are doing, because it's the set it and forget it. I can just and I always say, if this market, I know Mark does quotes. I'm seeing people that just do a quote because, well, I need to throw something up there today. How about if you don't have anything to say, just don't say anything and come back tomorrow with something to say.
Right. It's like I challenge myself to do a post a day, one for real estate, one for tech stuff, and and just a general post. Well, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not saying it. I was like, I just need to be prepared. And then, but that doesn't mean for me to be lazy and not do some posts.
Thank you for saying that. Now, I'm not saying don't do any posts. Now, just okay. It's the idea of it's 11 o'clock. I don't have anything. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to find a quote from Winston Churchill, which has nothing to do with my business, and throw it up there. And then people get upset when, well, no, there's no engagement on it. Well, that doesn't appeal to your target. Does it appeal? Ask yourself, does this appeal to my target audience? Is this something that they will see and comment on? And then remember, ask a question if you want some engagement. You have to ask for what you want. That's another mistake. Ask for what you want. Don't just, okay, I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be on Instagram because that's where my people are, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But I'm like, okay, have a little bit more structure to it. That's why I have the planner. I'm not pushing it. I'm just saying that's why I have it, because I'm like, you don't know. It's like a blank, it's like an artist with a blank canvas. I don't know what I'm going to do, and you just stand there and you look at that blank canvas, or you're writing and you look at the blank page and you're like, I need a prompt.
Right. And I'm going to push it for her, because you do need somewhere to get your thoughts organized on paper before you just start throwing up a post. What is it that you want to say?
Yeah.
And Mark says here, rather than lazy, I prefer to think of it as continual strategic reconsideration. Is my name showing it now?
The state of it all.
Yes.
When I say I'm lazy, I'm just saying because you haven't planned for the week. And when I say I'm not a planner, I am not somebody that goes, well, I got every day planned for the rest of my life. I hate that. But I'm just saying for the week, so I don't go, okay, at the last minute, let me throw up something that doesn't relate to my business at all, because the guru said you have to post 3 times a day. You don't have to post 3 times a day. Now, the only thing right now is if you want to be on TikTok, and I heard this, that if you want to be on TikTok and grow your TikTok, you post 3 times a day. That's the only place that I've heard that, you need to do something. But remember, with TikTok, you're doing you're pulling out your phone and saying something real quick. Hey guys, today we're talking about da 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 because la 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 la, and it's like 60 seconds or whatever, and then you post that, and then you put your little thing, the editing and the little stuff flying or what. That's the only place that I think now that you have to do like 3 or 4 a day, but that's only to grow your TikTok.
Right.
I think everywhere else, and here's the opposite end of that. And I said I played with LinkedIn this weekend. I saw posts from people that I'm connected to. It said a week. They posted it a week ago, and I went into LinkedIn, and LinkedIn showed it to me, and I commented on it. Or there was like 3 days or 6. It's not like, well, if you post it right now, no one's going to see it ever. That's Twitter. Twitter is like, you post it now. If people aren't right there to look at it, it's going shoop, shoop,
yes.
Shoop. So see how different places you have to think strategically about what I'm going to do and where I'm going to do it. So this is the deal. We're not going to be everywhere, but if you want to grow your TikTok, this is what I hear, that you need to post at least 3 or 4 videos a day. Now, remember, you're not crafting those like I got to sit down with a set and some props and some outfits. That's not what TikTok is. It's in the moment. Pick up your phone. I'm at the farmer's market. Blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you why when I saw this watermelon, I thought of blah, blah, blah. And what you do is you tie it into your business and you do it real quick. And it's a thing where it's popcorn. You just put it out and let it fly. You don't overthink it. Whereas on LinkedIn, it's like, okay, I post something today. Somebody who doesn't go into LinkedIn all the time, but we're connected, they're going to see my post in a week.
Right. And it's a different formula than the TikTok versus the LinkedIn. Right. I was in Texas last week, and one of my clients, I happened to go to a festival or something that they have every month, and they were there. And the work that I had helped them do with their banners and some other stuff was there. So we did a Instagram. And now, by you just saying what you said, I'm going to take that little clip of video, because it was video. Yeah. I recorded it on the phone. So I'm going to take that little clip of video, and I'm going to make a TikTok. Hey, everybody in Texas, this is my client, and I had the privilege of helping them, and blah, blah, blah. And here's where they are.
Exactly. And see how that wasn't in the moment, which is okay, but you recorded it for the presence of, I'm going to put this somewhere.
Right. And you have to have your phone ready for every opportunity. You never know when it'll strike, but because vertical is in, all you got to do now is hold the phone, push the record button. Even if you're not going live with it, record it so then that you can package it and put it on TikTok, put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube Shorts. A lot of my stuff for real estate is YouTube Shorts right now.
Right.
And I was
See?
like, okay, I'm cool with this
And
until I
YouTube
can.
wants you to, yeah, YouTube wants you to upload, even though they have the shorts camera on the phone. YouTube is designed for upload, so that's not a
Right.
problem. And see, if you record something long enough for short form video, remember it's 30 seconds. If you do something a minute or two, you can chop that up, and that's a whole bunch of videos right there. You
Right.
might be done for the week with that little snippet that you have.
Right. And just rethinking the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking, because somebody said, okay, do you have, can you show me some work that you've done? Oh, so I can create a little portfolio
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
of people. I'm like, okay, yes, I'm thinking outside the box now.
Yeah. And see the other side of that, I'm thinking if you're doing face to face and you got your customers or clients, just ask them, well, what do you think about so and so, and can I record it and I'm gonna put it on social media, and it's just gonna be 30 seconds or 15 seconds.
Yep. And then you get to promote that other person and what they're doing.
Yes.
I was like, and they get exposure.
Yeah, client spotlight, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And then you say, I'm going to tag you online, wherever you are, and if you want to share it, that's up to you. Don't make it mandatory that they must share when you tag them. No, don't do that. Just saying, I'm putting it up because people need to know, and this exposure. So don't overthink it is another mistake. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Just go with the flow of where you are standing, what are you doing, what's going on. Take a little video, a snippet. It may seem boring or trite or whatever to you, but see, we're in that short form design, that short form video now with TikTok, where you go over there and there's so many things. I see so many videos TikTok where they do a green screen and they have like an article behind them and they talk about the article. It's so many things. It's so many things.
I'm getting some ideas for that too, because I heard someone else like say what, and then how do I my clients and the people that are following me would like to hear that information from me or from TJ or from Tachi or Yolanda or Mark. We want to hear your take on it, because the other people, we don't know them, but we know you.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
See, that I like that, your take on it. They want to hear what your opinion, your take is on it. And I'm not saying go on a rant or what. I mean, if that's your thing, then you rant. But you just, this is what I think about blah. And it doesn't have to be anything political or hotbed now. It could just be something general. But you giving your take on it, like Fran said, that's perfect. Give your take. So that's the, it don't be general, don't be one size fit all, but give your take on it. And you might think, well, nobody wants to hear what I have to say, but if you got followers, they want to hear what you have to say in your voice, not in someone else's voice.
Yes.
Don't do that. That's another mistake. And that one just came to me. Don't try to copy. Well, this person has 100,000 followers and they do I mean, you could try their style. Like there's one person I follow on Instagram and he does the reels and it's just his face and he's talking and he has the words. But it's not that he's doing that, it's his message. So I could do that too, but it would be my message. My words would be me and different. See how that works? So you don't want to be general.
Right, because I saw that too. My husband and I, we listened to this guy who talks about boxing, and we know his voice and we know who, how he is. Right. He's from New York too. So, he has so we know who he is and stuff. But then somebody came on talking just like him with his name similar. And I was like, dude, please stop. You are not him. But because that one guy has so many followers and gets so much attention, I guess copying this guy.
Right. Because they see the form. They see it working, thinking it's the format when it's the people. And another example I just thought of, because I watch a lot of, well, not a lot, but I try to catch some of Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, because I hear, they have the little going back and forth. And then it's like, Shannon Sharp has a voice that is distinctive. So you want to talk like him because that's who he is. That's baked into him. And then you got the other guy, Skip, who's very calm and he doesn't talk like that's baked into him. So that's what makes that work. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's like da, 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 da. But you can't be those people, to try to talk like him or try. You say, hey, we're gonna do maybe the two people show where we talk about opinions, but you do it in your own way.
Right.
See?
Do
That's how it
you,
works.
okay, do you, boo.
Do you. Don't copy anybody else.
Don't, please don't.
So be in general, one size fit all. Defining your target audience, you need to do that. Speaking the language of the platform where you're at. Don't try to take one piece of content and shoehorn it into different places where it doesn't fit. A good example that I don't know if people are still doing it. If they did their Instagram and put it over to Facebook, it would be like 30 hashtags on Facebook, and people are like, what is all these so that's another example. I think people stopped doing it. Maybe some people are doing it, but Facebook, no hashtags, Instagram hashtags. It's that kind of thing.
And you
that kind of thing.
And you need to know. That is why you tune in here every Tuesday to hear from TJ, to let you know the do's and don'ts of every social media platform. And now you just heard one. Don't put a bunch of hashtags on Facebook.
No.
You can put them on Instagram. It's A-okay.
Right.
And I think TikTok allows you to put hashtags. Twitter.
Yeah, TikTok allows you hashtags, but you don't want to put a lot in there.
And then Twitter, you maybe get one.
Right, one or two. You don't want to put 30 over there either. So see how the different platforms, the different ways and rules, and not necessarily rules, but it's kind of like a way that people do content, the flow of how they do things. And then once you get over there, you learn it. But you learn it by looking at other people's content.
Or you come here on Tuesday mornings at 8, and then Tuesday afternoon at noon Eastern time, so that you can learn this stuff. Come on, man. This is the best Tuesday marketing class I have seen online.
Thank you.
Come on now, Tuesday marketing class. And you can take these things and then immediately put them into use, and go back and check your stuff to find out, okay, I need to tweak it here.
Right.
Little tweaks.
Right. And it's not it people think of it as work. It's not really work. Once you decide I got a planner, I got my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my message. Monday I talk about this, Tuesday, you get that down, and then the rest is just doing it and testing and letting it fly.
Right.
That's another mistake, is that people want to be perfect, that your content has to be perfect. It has to be put on at the perfect date and time. What is the best date and time? It's when your people are on. And you should know that from your analytics. Your analytics. And look at that. Instagram's good for that. Instagram will tell you when your people are on. So that's the best time for you to post. But you're not going to get that engagement you want unless you put out content and test it. And then you go, this didn't work. Oh, I only got 1 or 2 likes when I usually get 50. Okay, so what does that tell you? That kind of content, look at it. Maybe you didn't put it at the right time. Maybe something's wrong or whatever. Then you go, okay, let me try something else. But that's the key to it. You have to test it. You have to give the algorithm something to work with to know where to put you and what you're talking about.
Something you just said is also that the analytics for each platform. Yeah. Meaning YouTube will tell you where in your video people drop off.
YouTube analytics. I mean, okay, I understand everybody is like confusing numbers, charts, and all that, but you gotta go YouTube. You gotta go in there to see, like Fran says, where are people dropping off. Maybe your intro is too long. Maybe they're dropping off because the intro is too long and they're dropping off. They're not getting to the meat of the video. What that means, maybe you shorten that intro or get rid of it completely and just go right in there. Hey, You know,
Right.
today's video, we're going to blah, blah, blah.
Correct.
But analytics will show you that. And at the end also, like the end, when you're ending, there's certain things that you say that people know, and they'll just go off and they won't hear what you have to say.
We got a user who has, I'm going to give you a couple of comments. Dr. Tachi agrees this is the best class ever on Tuesdays.
Thank you.
And then our Facebook user here says, why are Reels so powerful even without hashtags?
Because Instagram is pushing them. That's why they're powerful. They're going to stop pushing them. Does anybody remember something called Facebook Watch? Or what is the other? All of the things that Facebook had, and it was like powerful, and then all of a sudden you don't get any engagement because they stopped pushing it to the users. They stopped pushing it. So right now, Instagram wants to be TikTok because TikTok has overtaken them. That's why I said we've been talking about TikTok so long that it's like, okay, get it. It's where the attention is. Instagram doesn't have that. Facebook definitely doesn't have that. We talked about that with the charts, with the, right. What generation, where do they hang out? It's not Facebook. But Facebook wants that youth crowd, but they don't have them. There's kids. I think I looked at something on my Facebook, and my daughter was like, Facebook is for old people. Like, she's like, no, she didn't want to. She didn't even make an account. So kids that, in that age group, they're at TikTok. They were on Instagram. Now they're migrating to TikTok. Instagram knows this. They have internal data that shows them where this group is, where that group is, and they're not interested in this and that. So that's why they're pushing it.
Yep.
Yolanda says, watch it on TV. All right, cool. Watch it on TV. Watch it on a big screen. All right. So that's what's going on. Why? And Reels is going to drop off.
Because they're going to want you to start compensating them for them to push you. Just like they did with all their other stuff. Before, you used to have a bunch of, you couldn't get rid of them people with cats and lollipops and all kind of stuff. And now it's like, you don't even see the people that you signed up to see in your feed.
Exactly. And here's another example why. When because Facebook didn't have any business tools for a long time. And then they started with the Facebook page, and your business could put a page on Facebook. And the engagement was out of this world. People were just commenting and liking it. Now and that was because Facebook was pushing that as a tool. Look, we got this new thing. We want you to use it, and we're going to bump your engagement up whenever you post something. It's like a boost. And then after that, they go, okay, Facebook pages, well, you're a business. You have to pay for people to see your post. You have to run ads. And so they turned it down. It's like turning the heat down on the stove. They turned it down. And you're going, what's happening? They want you to pay. So same thing with Reels. It's going to be, it's hot now and free. And they're pushing it. But this is the deal. You as the business owner, you want your brand to be exposed. You want more attention. Use that tool. Use Reels.
Yep.
Put out 2 or 3 a day. Because they're easy. They're like potato chips. It's not a steak.
So what TJ is saying is use it while it's hot.
Yeah, because it's going to go away.
Yeah, and then if you're going to continue to use it, you're going to need to know how to do the ads and that type of thing, but use this while it's hot.
Right. And here's another example. Remember Facebook Live when it first came out? I don't know if you guys remember. I do. We do. The views were astronomical. They were pushing it. Oh, you did a live. Woof. You went to the top of the class. Now it's like, okay, because they want you to pay. Use it while it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Use it while it's hot. That's all I can say.
and here's the thing. I was listening to something today. It was like, pay the people for what they are doing. If that is going to, everything is free is not really free.
Nope.
Because they're tracking your data. They want your info. They want to know where you are, what you're hanging out, what you're doing. They use their analytics to promote their business.
They need us.
Mm-hmm.
They need us. They need us to make content. And here's another thing before we end, because I have more. When you join me at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, I got more stuff. But just to remember that oh choose, I just forgot what I was gonna say about what was I gonna say? Oh, that pushing the content, that they need the content. And because you're hearing all these creator funds, that's what it was. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, they have these creator funds where if you make the videos, you get entered to win whatever the pool of money is for the day or whatever. That's to get people to make more content. That's like lottery tickets. You buying the lottery, I'm going to win. I'm going to get that money. But there's more money coming into the state because you're buying the lottery ticket. But there's only one winner.
Right.
So they know that. So they're like, oh, we're going to make a creator fund where you can win $1 million. Remember, I think Snapchat had the one that was $1 million a day or something, and they figured out it was too much money, so they cut it back. That's because they want people to make content in the app.
Right.
That's what it's for.
They really did. They were like, Mark got jokes. To illustrate a point, TJ will be moving the discussion behind a paywall. And that's where things are going right now.
Yes.
They are really doing that. And TJ, I would follow you on your YouTube and if you put up a join page where you can get more detail.
Right.
And that's something to think about. If you have content that is really, really good and you're doing the complimentary stuff,
right?
Then people need to join up to get the other part of the steak. The other part of the what is that?
Right,
called?
the
menu,
the meal, the entree.
The courses.
We're doing the appetizer.
Yeah, we got appetizers and salad. Now, if you want appetizer, salad, and soup. Now, if you want the steak and the rest of the meal and the dessert, come into the room.
Yeah, come on in. That is a good point. That is a good point, and I'm working on it.
Yeah, because I think you really got some really good things, and if you haven't followed TJ, you really need to search her out, especially on a Discord. I get all my I was like, ooh, notifications, and I'm learning some stuff over there. I'm like, yeah, I'm learning how to use Discord. My social media game is coming up just because I come in here on Tuesdays and because I rewatch when I'm not here to learn how to stay on point. And it helps me keep my clients on point, keeps them out of the mistakes to avoid.
Right. And speaking of that Discord, I'm working on stuff now where there's more stuff where Discord is being tied to the blockchain. A lot of people are doing creator coins. I'm looking at that. I think Brian Fanzo has a creator coin. There's a couple other people, and I kind of joined their thing, and I saw how they were giving out, and it's all tied to the coin. I'm like, that's interesting.
Right.
So that's what I mean by we got to get stuff together now, and thank you, Tachi. And we got to get things now because those are things that are coming. That I saw how they connected the creator, because I think it was Mark Schaefer that he was like, oh, he says on his podcast, if you send me an email, I'll send you a coin. So I was like, okay, give me a creator coin. And I got one and got into it's connected to his Discord. It's connected to his books. I just was like, wow, the way that they're doing this blockchain, Bitcoin, NFT world. Honey, I'm telling y'all, you gotta get it now, because what's coming is gonna be like your hair is gonna be blown back by what's coming as far as business and Web3 and blockchain and NFT. And Dr. Tachi knows.
Right, and it's happening right here, right now. You're getting the nuggets right now, and Dr. Tachi said you should do a coin, and
I'm looking at it.
Dr. Tachi said get in on the game now.
Yes, now. Like 2 years, 3 years ago, I said get on TikTok. Well, now I'm saying, okay, we need but it's a lot to learn. And I think Brian Fanzo said that you have to learn, because there's
Right.
opportunity for you to be, for the scam to get you.
Right. And that is why you come here on Tuesdays and Fridays and go to TJ Terry Johnson Online.live. You go there so that you can learn these things from people you trust.
Yeah.
Because we need to have somebody talking about 3.0 like Dr. Tachi and TJ. I'm thinking we might need to do a special session just so we can start getting our head wrapped around it and not just sitting about, I wonder what's happening this week. No, you need to get in there and learn.
Right. So we're going to talk about some more mistakes. We're going to continue on this train right here. So there's going to be part 2. And I put the link in. Let me put this up. So there's a Terry Johnson Online.live. Go to the Bizchicks Facebook page. There's a link. Go to Bizchicks Facebook group. There's a link also. So join me there. We're going to keep talking about this because there's lots more mistakes to avoid.
Yes.
Lots more.
I'm looking forward to this. Dr. Tachi said, let's do it to the session where we can talk a Tech Diva, a special Tech Diva session where we can talk about Web 3.0, how to get in on the game, some things, some rudimentary, elementary, kindergarten level stuff where we can start the conversation. So look for that. We're going to put something together and make that happen.
Right.
All right.
Right.
I was so honored today. This is really good. And to become a part of Bizchicks community, it costs you nothing. Just come on in, text biz to 33777 or visit bizchicks.net. Get in on the community. We got workshops and things that we have put together. We got one workshop coming up July 21st on text marketing, actually text retailing, not just the marketing, that's the text retailing. And then you will also get notification. No, there's no link here, but you can go to bizchicks.net or text BIZ to 33777, and then you'll be able to join in there. The other part of this is that when we get to this new Web 3.0 website or session, you'll be able to get notified immediately as to when that session is coming up. So join bizchicks.net, join Terry Johnson Online.live everywhere. And let's get ready to go hear some more at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
There's a question about
the link.
The link, it's on the Bizchicks page.
Yes.
Let me check the group. Because I see it's there. I thought I shared it to the group. Let me check.
Yeah. And this is, so, we're live, and that means live has stuff that happens live. You just in it, and we'll clean it up in post. But right now we are.
No,
live.
it's there. It's there.
Yeah. So the links are there. So you can go to Facebook where you were for the group. You can go right there and get that link.
And the page. So wherever you are.
All right. We're looking forward to seeing you in about 15 minutes or so. Thank you for tuning in. Like Terry always tells us, it's okay for you to succeed in your business and go to the front of your own line. We will see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.